Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Glad to be back here making another video for you guys. We got a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. Oh, first off, I just want to say welcome to all the new subscribers that have shown up this week. I think we picked up like 60-ish new people, and that's from a bunch of friends sharing the page on Facebook. Within a day, I had 60 plus new subscribers, and it's just been slowly trickling. That puts us, this close to 7,000 subscribers. When we hit 7,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this Billet T6 divided monkey fab flange, 2.5-inch pipes, 2.5-inch tubes, titanium studs, nuts, and washers. And this thing is beautiful. So all you big single guys, make sure you like, comment, share. I don't know how I'm going to give this away yet, but we are very, very close to hitting that mark. And that's going to lead us into this next part. I was going over the analytics of the channel for the past couple of months, and it's not good. Between the engagement being really low, the watch time being low, what it does, it puts me all the way at the bottom of the algorithm, which just compounds the problem even more. So it has taken me a year to gain 700 new subscribers, because it was a year this month that I announced the giveaway for that flange, and we're about 6,300 then. So we're changing. We're gonna change, and then we're gonna get away from the how to do. It's to-dos, show you how to do all this stuff. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Looking at the analytics, once I started seeing these trends in a couple of months, I went back, and I've been doing this channel 6 years now, guys, and I just getting to 7,000 subscribers, and it's a lot. I don't even want to know the amount of hours I have into filming and editing and, talking about the channel and sharing the channel and all that in the past 6 years. To only have 7,000, to say I'm disappointed, I am disappointed. Is it going to affect my life? No. My life is so busy. Honestly, I've really been mulling the past couple of weeks just putting out a final video and just being done with YouTube, period. But I'm going to give it one more chance, and what we're going to do is I'm just going to give updates. It might be a couple of weeks in between them. I'm not going to try to put out a video every week. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm not going to, be down here at 9, 10 o'clock at night during the week. I work with commuting almost 12-hour days. Like, it's just a lot to do the YouTube thing. So we're going to do updates. I'm not really going to go over any how-tos anymore. The analytics prove that you guys there's a small group of people that care, but it just, overall, nobody cares. I guess I'd rather, people rather watch mind-numbing, dumb crap. But, yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me. I'll end the YouTube, and I'll go on about my day, and it won't change nothing in my daily life. But like I said, we'll give it one more shot, and what I'll do is I'll go from here. And, I'll give it time. I'm not going to be like in 3 weeks, it didn't work. What I will do is I'll go from here, March 11th, all the way through Drag Week 2022, which is in September. And registration is tomorrow. But by the time this video comes out, registration will already be done. I already have my ticket since I placed last year. Anybody who gets a podium finish or has won a class gets pre-registration. So I registered last week. I'm in. We're going. Hotels are booked. The only thing I'm worried about is gas prices. Honestly, the whole world's worried about that right now, so we'll see come September. So we'll give it through Hot Rod Drag Week 2022. And, if I come out of Drag Week 22 and I'm still, right around the same spot, getting under 1,000 views a video, we'll hang up the hat and call it quits then. 6 years is a long time for something like this, and not to gain a good following. It is a lot of work. Anybody who's done it religiously knows how much work it is, all the money you spend to do it. yeah, that's that part. Drag week. Yeah, 2022 starts in Memphis this year. Tennessee, it goes up to Illinois, then over to Bowling Green, Kentucky, which I'm kind of excited about racing at that track. I mean, it's all new tracks to me, so I'm excited. I'm super excited about racing at new tracks all the time. And then we go all the way down to Alabama, and then back to Memphis. September 17th, I think it starts. And this year I'm doing a little different to try to save on gas, but this was before the huge... since I wasn't paying the rape charges on diesel trucks, I didn't buy a new truck this year because I'm not paying $20,000-$30,000 over retail. But I can't, my truck just can't pull the enclosed all the way to Memphis. It's like 1,150 miles from my house here in Connecticut. When I did drag week last year in Michigan, I was getting like 7.4 miles to the gallon. It's a gas 1500 that I figure the trailer's around 8,000 pounds loaded going out there. I just can't do it. One of my friends, Saul, he's like, hey, I put up a post. I'm like, anybody know open? Well, maybe I'll buy an open trailer, blah, 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 just for drag week. He's like, come take the trailer, use it. It's sitting. I don't use it anymore. He had a Fox body he sold. He got like an S197 or something now. He's like, use it. Go ahead, take it. So it's an 18-foot steel deck open trailer, which, I mean, we're probably going to cut 4,000 pounds out because I'm not going to have all the crap that was in the big trailer, the weight of the big trailer, you know, all that aerodynamics. If you look at my big trailer, you could literally see the outline of my truck in bugs on the big trailer. So we'll gain aerodynamics, we'll lose weight. And I'll put the small drag week trailer in the bed of my truck, and it's a V-nose, so hopefully, you know, that helps the wind, and it goes up over the car, and we get 12 miles to the gallon. And if we do some quick math, if we get 12 miles to the gallon, and it's 1,150 miles, it's about 100 gallons, you know, we'll say at $4. You know, $400. I have a feeling my math was just way off there on all of that. So you can check me in the comments if you want. I think that was way off. But, you know, if I can keep there and back under $1,000 in fuel, I'm fine with that. I'm completely okay with that. So, yeah, that's drag week. All the updates I've done to this car, minus the turbos, were in preparation for more drag and drive events. I'm trying to figure out a way to be able to do more than one of these a year. If that's going to happen, I don't know. Maybe a drag week in Midwest drags, because they're not, Ohio's not far. Sick Week's really far. So, but we're working on it. So like literally everything, the transmission cooler, the oil cooler, the intercooler, the interior work, the air conditioning, the wing, I mean, almost pretty much everything minus the turbos I did because I was going to max out that 80. I mean, we were starting to get up on that 80 the end of last year, and I know I would have maxed it out really quickly this year. So instead of being June, middle of a season, having to tear the car apart because we're just, you know, we're going to blow a turbine out of the thing, upgrade the turbos now. This will be more than enough turbos. Transmission, same thing. That's all been gone through. Converters been gone through. All of it is for drag and drive events. People slam these cars together. They think drag and drives are, oh, I drive my car 5,000 miles a year. I do it. No. It's until you do one, you'll never understand how physically taxing it is on the vehicle. And I found so much stuff that I'm like, okay, this needs to be touched up. This needs to be fixed. This needs the support. This needs that. There's a lot of it. So, yeah. Alright, so we talked about the channel changing. We talked about drag week. And where are we with the car? What's the next thing to talk about, right? I started building the hot side. It actually came out really nice. I'm super excited. I've gotten so much better with my fit up on everything. This one was a little fun. I decided to go in between the frame rails. It's not the most ideal, especially with my AC. This is something I'm going to have to figure out because I believe This is the suction. Don't correct me on my terms. I think this is suction, but you can see how much space I have here. So I'm literally gonna have to like 90 this around and, you know, work my way through here and up into here. So I think I'm gonna go through back here, you know, and try to, what I gotta figure out. But, you know, if it went on the outside of the tire, it would have been different, outside of the rail, but the tire gets way too close for it, and I might touch if I hit a bump. I don't want to touch the downpipe with the tire. I started figuring out the drain hoses. I'm gonna, you know, it's gonna be like this with a bracket. This is nice crimped Fragola stuff. I'm upgrading to that because what happened, let me find it. I gotta find it. Okay, so this is my drain from last year. Now this was heat covered. The heat cover that's on here was on this. And this thing's hard as a rock. And if you look, the hose and the bends is like kinked. Can you see that? So this hose is like completely destroyed. I don't want to run into that. This was an upgrade from last year. So I had this one made already. I'm trying to figure out the routing for this one. I don't know if I like the 90 off the turbo. It should be fine, but I'm kind of interested to try a 60 to see if a 60 will lay right on top. And I have to go down in between here and then get a fitting into there, because I can't come underneath. If I come underneath, it lays flat the whole way to the pan, and obviously you don't want it laying flat. So I haven't decided that, so I haven't ordered a new one. I've priced out, I've ordered up the oil feed lines to each turbo. It's cool from the clear view. You have filtered feeds, one on each side. So I got one to go to here. This one's long, it'll go all on the frame rail, go bink. And I ordered the fittings for the intercooler in the engine bay. Little by little, called up my buddy Avijit, who spec'd my turbos. Bullseye dealer. If you want to get into American-made badass units, he could set you up this exact twins. He spec'd these turbos specifically for me and future proofing. Or if you want to get into a single, like what I had on here before, with the 80mm, make great power. My 850s would probably go 30s. He's the man to give a call to. Apparently, Bullseye's really proud of these V-band fittings for the inlet on the turbine. If you buy their V-band housings, like I did, twins, good to go with V-band housings. It's proprietary flange. So you know what that means. It means it got expensive. But yeah. Oh, that's a loose 2.5 though. So I built these without the flanges, knowing that I'd probably have to cut them back a little bit, which is fine. But I don't know what the hell I was thinking there, but it's perfectly into the turbo. I got a little ahead of myself on this one. Whatever. I'm confident in my fabrication skills these days that I can make this work and not really be a big issue. So I'm sitting here in the middle of welding. I got that flange tacked on where it's got to be, and I'm working on this flange. I got a message on my Instagram. You believe in divine intervention? Do you believe in any of that stuff? Don't know the guy, just a follower online. Says, bro, I admire your never giving up attitude. You are my motivation to finish my car. He said, no homo to you being my motivation. Man, like that's why I do this. And I don't know, maybe we'll just keep doing what we're doing and You know what? I never started this channel for the followers. I never started it for money. There ain't no money for me in it. I never started it for any of that. I started it for you guys. I'm not a professional car builder, but the upside to that is you can see me mess up, so you can know what to do right on your car, and vice versa. I mean, there's some stuff I definitely know how to do, and you know, so maybe I'm just gonna keep doing this. And that message was a sign, I guess you could say, a sign to just, I don't know. Let's get back to it, I guess. This is one crazy video, but so that's an ugly tack, but it's in there. It's nice and solid. I pray this one doesn't move, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 welds. Hopefully this doesn't move, because it fits so beautifully right now. Now, obviously, I made this too long, and I don't know what's going on here. I think I gotta rotate this up. Alright, I got these, we'll say, up pipes, all burned in. I really suck at welding stainless. I can't ever be consistent. Not hot enough, too hot, I just can't. And this side, you know, forget it. And I tried like going this one, then down here, and then back. But I mean, you can see that flange came out pretty nice, but everything else is just shit. And you can see the little bit of shrinkage I got, but you know, a clamp will suck it together and it'll be all right. Now that one's clamped, and apparently some of these are one-time use. I didn't sock this thing down with a gun. You know, I ran it on with a gun, but I didn't go crazy. And yeah, trashed. So that clamp in the garbage, first time use, and it's absolutely destroyed. I don't understand. You know, I can understand if I'm beating the crap out of it with a gun, but I literally just ran it in with a gun till it was snug, and backed it off. The second I go to back it off, the thing's completely shot. We have wastegates left to do on that, and downpipes. Wastegates, downpipes, and a flange, and this turbo kit will be done. Thank God. It was monumental this time. My wastegates, did you know, have water cooling? So these are the I think I went over this a while back, but these are the Turbo Smart Gen 5 compressed gas Hypergate 45 millimeter gates. They come with 5 psi springs in them. These are meant for CO2. Obviously you can do CO2 on any wastegate, but these were specifically designed for it. Very, very short. I do highly enjoy the Turbo Smart brand. I'm thinking about going with the Motion wastegate flange things. If you've seen them, they're super expensive. It's the only reason I'm kind of hesitant. I didn't get lucky, but I definitely didn't plan this with the it was going to be something like this. You know, maybe I'll go a little further out. And if I go like that, I can route it up back into my downpipe. I don't know. So it's gonna be like that. And I still gotta figure out what to do with this drain. I think it's gonna be somewhere in that vicinity. But I don't know, then it gets in the way of my wastegate. So that's gonna be all stuff to figure out. I need to decide if I want to order those Motion wastegates. I haven't had a wastegate crack on me, so I don't know. I just don't know. Something I'm going to decide here this week so I can get this all wrapped up and be done, and then start on the downpipes. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I was going to go all aluminum off this, but this is such a tight 90 that I don't want aluminum here to blow it out on the two-step. So I'm going to do stainless over. So it's gonna 90 here. You know, there might be a 45, a 90, 45, 90, whatever it takes to get up here, and then, you know, just V-band it right here, and then just do the rest out of aluminum. But I am gonna do 3-inch now. I don't foresee the need to go 3.5. You know, it's a 74 millimeter wheel, which isn't even 3 inches, but this hole is 3 inches. So I don't foresee a reason to go to 3.5. I just don't. So 3-inch back of fender. All right. So we'll wrap this up here. I guess I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing after I got that message. It was so weird that I'm gonna take it as a sign. So if you like the video, cool. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Try to get the algorithm. If not, oh well. You know. Have a good night, guys.